Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. Spray Buddy's right around the corner, and with the release of that coming real soon, I'm going to start talking about calibration again, the volume you use to apply products and stuff like that. So I got some stuff set out right here. I'm going to go over right quick, explain it in a very simple, very low-key way, so that you can grasp the concept of low volume versus high volume spraying, and how the Spray Buddy actually plays into this. This is not the video saying that the Spray Buddy is for sale. It's not. I have everything I need ready to go. I could put it on the website right now, but the larger capacity sprayer, I'm waiting on one part to get here. So as soon as that gets here, I've got 4 different versions we're going to release all at one time, and I just want to do that. That's the way I want to do it. So I'm being patient, and I'm waiting until that one part is fabricated and ready to go. But in a nutshell, the Spray Buddy is going to allow the homeowner to cover a much larger area of ground, turf, without having to refill your backpack sprayer like you do now. It's also going to allow you to spray at a much higher volume than you do now using the backpack sprayer. Now, of course, you can calibrate the Spray Buddy to spray low volume. Obviously, you'll be able to cover even more square footage that way. But the intention and purpose and design of Spray Buddy is so that you can spray at higher volumes, plus cover more square footage. And big deal is you don't have to keep mixing. I've got products right here. Zoxystrobin, mefenoxam, those are fungicides, acelepryn, which is a insecticide, speed zone's a herbicide, O2YS is an adjuvant, and then here's the GCI calcium, GCI nitrogen, GCI potassium, which you can see it doesn't have a label. This is the actual product, I just don't have the labels yet. That's being registered in all the states as we speak. The GCI iron, and which, by the way, is an absolute fantastic product. Same thing with that, don't have the label, but it is being registered in the states as we speak. When they're ready, you'll be the first people to know, or my email list or my Facebook group, or I'll let you know. So these 4 right here are considered fertilizers. Again, the O2 is an adjuvant, herbicide, insecticide, fungicide. I'm not applying all this today. I've just got these out here simply for demonstration reasons. These are considered lawn care products. Okay, on the label of a product is going to give you a rate, and let's look at the rate on the calcium. This is just an example. All the rates will be different for each one. For example, the foliar application, it says apply 4 to 8 ounces per 1,000 square feet. You will find that every single one of these across the board, and pretty much every single lawn care product that is manufactured and made and sold here in the United States will say apply a certain amount per 1,000 square feet. It don't tell you to apply it per minute. It don't tell you to apply it per gallon. It don't tell you to apply it per day. It says per 1,000 square feet. That is an area of turf grass. The way you get square footage is length times width. If you want a visual on what 1,000 square feet looks like, take you a tape measure and measure a 40 feet long by 25 foot wide, and you'll create you a rectangle, a 40 foot long by 25 foot wide rectangle, and that's what 1,000 square feet looks like. So low volume spraying would be considered like a quart per 1,000, meaning 32 ounces in a quart. Some machines use I think the Turfware is calibrated from the factory at 1/3 gallon per 1,000. Some machines you can calibrate it, or backpack sprayers, you can calibrate it at a 1/2 gallon per 1,000, which is 64 ounces. Some you can spray at 1 gallon per 1,000. Some you can spray at 2 gallon per 1,000. Different machines, different sprayers can spray at different volumes based on hose size, pump capabilities, tank size. You have to take all that stuff into consideration when you try to figure out what do I want to set my calibration at. The reason that I've taught a quart per 1,000 and half gallon per 1,000 with backpack sprayers is simply so you can get more coverage. Okay, if I'm using a half a gallon of finished solution per 1,000 and I have a 4 gallon backpack sprayer, that means I can cover 8,000 square feet. If I do the same thing using a quart per 1,000, there are 4 quarts in a gallon. 4 times 4 is 16, so you can cover 16,000 square foot with the same 4 gallon backpack sprayer. If I'm spraying at 1 gallon per 1,000, that means I can only cover 4,000 square feet because there's only 4 gallons in a backpack sprayer. If I wanted to get froggy and spray at 2 gallons per 1,000 using a backpack sprayer, I can only cover 2,000 square feet. Well, what if you got a 10,000 square foot yard? Means you have to fill up 5 times, right? So Spray Buddy is going to resolve those issues again as far as coverage and volume goes. So let's just say this is for example's sake, if I were going to apply a couple of fungicides to the yard, we'll throw this one out, we'll throw this one out. The adjuvant, let's say I wanted to put a little calcium down and maybe a little iron. We'll set these over here to the side. I would take my rate per 1,000 according to the label of each one of these, and it would go inside of that quart, or it would go inside of that half gallon, or it would go inside of that 1 gallon, or it would go inside that 2 gallons. And I wouldn't start off at a quart and then add the products. I wouldn't start off at a half gallon and then add the products. I would do half water, add my products, finish topping it off until it gets to that half gallon or until it gets to that quart. That's what's called a finished solution. Finished solution is your products or product plus your water. And that equals either a quart, 1/3 gallon, half gallon, 1 gallon, 2 gallon, whatever your calibration is set at. So let's do one of these in real time right here. And I am actually going to be applying fungicide today with the adjuvant. I'm going to apply it with the calcium and the iron and a little touch of nitrogen and a little touch of potassium. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different products that are going to go in one finished solution. Let's set this up and do this for a quart per 1,000. There's 32 ounces in a quart. I have about 8 ounces of water here. So to keep it super easy and to keep the math super easy, I'm going to do 2 ounces of the potassium, 2 ounces of iron, 2 ounces of 2000, 2 ounces of the calcium. Now those aren't the normal rates, but I'm doing this strictly to keep the math simple for you so you grasp the concept. When I actually spray my yard, I will use much different rates. And obviously I would check the pH of that solution before I added the adjuvant. That's one of the tricks to using the adjuvant. But that's not going to affect the overall volume. So I'm not going to do that for this example. Now, that is about 31 ounces. Let's top that off and add just another smidgen of water right there. So that is, this is a quart per 1,000, 32 ounces in a quart. You can see I'm dead on 32 ounces, and that includes my water and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different products. let's say that you know, I'm a busy dude and I want to do all this in one application, but you know, for this example we just use 2 ounces of each. Let's do the full application rate of all of them. I'm going to do that on a calculator, not in the jug. The potassium's 8 ounces per 1,000 plus 20 ounces per 1,000. The iron goes up to 8 ounces per 1,000, I believe. The calcium goes up to 8 per 1,000, I believe. We'll call it 1 ounce per 1,000 for the adjuvant, and roughly 1 ounce between the two of those. That comes up to 46 ounces. Well, I can't get 46 ounces inside of 32 ounces. It's just simple basic math. It don't work. I could potentially do 46 ounces inside of a half-gallon calibration, because that's 64 ounces in a half gallon, and that would work. That would give you a little bit of water. But if I were to spray all of these at the quart per 1,000 calibration, it just ain't gonna work. It's physically impossible for it to work, because there's 32 ounces in a quart and there's 46 ounces total of the combination of all of these products right here. So it just ain't gonna happen. Now I could take that 46 ounces and put it inside a gallon easily. I mean, it'd just be super easy. That would be 128 minus 46. That would leave you with 82 ounces of water and 46 ounces of total product, combined product. And the two gallon, 128 times 2 is 256 minus 46, you'd have 210 ounces of water and 46 ounces of the product. So hopefully you see where I'm going, is the high volume spraying. You know, the 1 gallon and the half gallon down on that end has a ton of benefits to it. I mean, why do you think lawn care companies have these big spray trucks? That's why we have them, so that we can do multiple different things in one application. We have multiple things in the tank. We walk the yard, spray the yard one time, and we've accomplished many goals. Okay, that's called efficiency. But in my opinion, coverage and high volume spraying is a major benefit, major bonus. Plus, you get to be efficient, meaning you get to do multiple things. Homeowners, how many times have you went out and sprayed, you know, product A and B on your yard, and then turn right around and spray product C and D? And the only reason you couldn't spray all 4 A, B, C, and D together is because you're spraying at low volume and you can't get it all in there. You need some water to help you carry the products on the yard, because the last thing you want to do is mix all these up in straight pure concentration form and go spray them on the turf. That's just not good. You got to have some water in the tank with it as a carrier. So off camera, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to put the exact same 2 ounces, 1 ounce, and the low rate per 1,000 for each of these. But I'm going to do it in a half gallon, I'm going to do it in a gallon, and then I'm going to do it in the 2 gallon. But the video will be just crazy long if I sit here and take the time to do all that on the camera. So give me a minute, I'll be right back. I'm just topping this last jug off to finish out the 2 gallons. The jug in my hand is just water. Put the tops back on them. Give them a good shake. This represents agitation. And yes, the Spray Buddy has a very, very aggressive agitation system built in. So there will be no more need for using a drill bit like the one we have on the website to mix up your products as you're mixing. The agitation is there already. Okay, so the exact same amount of product going down per 1,000. Okay, where were we at? 2 ounces, 1 ounce, and low rate on the 2 fungicides. Here's the difference. I have all of that in 32 ounces total solution. I have all of that in 64 ounces total solution. I have all that in 1 gallon total solution, and I also have all that in 2 gallon total solution. Where people, I think, get confused, especially homeowners, based on my experience, is as your volume goes up, meaning if I go up to 1 gallon versus 32 ounces, a lot of times people think the amount of product changes that goes on 1,000 square feet. It don't. It does not change. The amount of product that goes on 1,000 square feet is on the label of the jug. You're just applying it at different calibration rates. This is a calibration rate. That's a calibration rate. That's one, and so on. Meaning you use a little less water at a quart per 1,000, a little bit more water, 64 ounces per 1,000, which is a half gallon, a little bit more water at 1 gallon, and you use a lot of water at 2 gallon. So if you took this 32 ounces and you evenly applied it over 1,000 square feet, your coverage is going to be one thing. If you take this exact same amount of products and put it in 2 gallons of finished solution and apply it over 1,000 square feet, I think you see where I'm going. Your coverage is going to be exceptionally better, meaning because you have more water to coat the surface of the plant, you're getting more of the product on the plant. That's what I mean by the coverage. You're covering a more surface area of the leaf of the grass blade. So that's just one good benefit of high volume spraying. But we'll talk about that in that other video that we're going to do back there on the bluegrass. So I hope this explains high volume versus low volume spraying. I know I didn't get into any of the benefits and all that, but like I said, we'll do that back there in the next video. But at the end of the day, the amount of product that goes on 1,000 square feet, it varies depending on the product, obviously, but that is always consistent. You stay within the boundaries or within the guidelines of the label as to how much product goes on 1,000 square feet. How you apply it to that 1,000 square feet can vary by using different amounts of water, and that goes from low volume spraying all the way up to high volume spraying. If you're a newbie, if you're new to all this and you're just scared to death of spraying liquids, I am going to help you get over that fear. I can coach you through it, talk you through it in such a simplistic way that it'll put all the fear behind you, and you'll be out there spraying your yard like it ain't nothing. And that is another advantage of high volume spraying is, yes, in my opinion, it is a little bit safer, and that is just another big benefit of Spray Buddy, is that you're using so much more water to apply the products. You know, chances of burn and, you know, all that kind of thing that people are afraid of, it kind of goes away to a certain extent. So be looking for a lot of Spray Buddy videos here coming up. I've got multiple videos. I'm gonna pound you over the head with Spray Buddy videos because I need to get this thing out there and get a lot of eyes on it so a lot of people can see it, because it is absolutely game-changing stuff for the homeowner. As always, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'll check you later.